What's up, YouTube? This is TheBillyBobHD bringing you another Let's Play. Today I've got some more HOI IV. We are playing as Fuckin Finland. Last episode we were able to cut off this little chunk here and do a slice and dice maneuver, which, now we're looking towards actually taking the rest of this little territory over here away from the Soviets as the Germans continue to deal with a nasty Western front over here, which has been pretty nuts, right? You can see as well they're trying to push here from the south, including these Spanish divisions that have been added into the mix, and not very well going. You can see a ton of red down here, which we do not like to see, and in fact, we've got one Italian division that is completely doomed and trapped down there. However, the Germans still have stacked up here pretty nicely for us, which is great. It's going to help us drive down towards Moscow. The Axis does also hold Leningrad, too, which is good. That took a big chunk of victory points away from Stalin. So we're trying to micro because we've got just over 104k now in manpower. We're also working up on this non-discriminatory conscription here, only at about a month left in order for those guys to do that. I'm going to take this guy and march you there towards the east. We've also got some political power built up that we could probably use. And should we go Chief of Navy or what? I know we had started actually trying to influence the Swedes over here to go fascist. They did provide some good volunteers for us there on the fight, which I actually never saw. I don't know how that actually came over. I don't know if they donated those divisions over to the Germans or what. But, yeah. So I've got this light tank division now that I can use to try to poke through and get him going there with some green figures. Okay, everybody is actually redone up at the front there. And there we go. So I'm going to put these, someone had made the suggestion there just to put a limit on your overall training over there, because that will make sure that we don't burn up additional manpower in that cycle of training up new divisions and such. And then over here, we did get the extra research slot. So let's go ahead and pause it because we got to figure out what we want to use it for. It is March 1943. I think the anti-tank 2 would be pretty helpful there from a infantry standpoint. We are building out... Oh, this actually might be more helpful. The streamlined production there, or the flexible line. I kind of like the flexible line just because that gives you not such a big hit in your overall efficiency when you're trying to switch up techs on your production lines. Yeah. So still producing out the sub-3s now at over 1.5 per month. We've got the close air supports coming out as well that have been pretty slow moving. We're going to have to update those very soon. I've got as many factories as I possibly can now plugged into upgrading the Infantry Equipment 3 as well. The other good news about that Infantry Equipment 3 is that my new divisions that are training up down here currently will actually experience getting that brand new equipment, right? Which will be good for us. Over here now, we can actually probably take you and start moving you across like this. I'm actually going to move you 2 provinces over there just to create another little pincer movement around these 3 divisions. They're giving us some problems because we're taking on some heavy attrition right now. And it's mainly because the Germans have stacked up on my lines so heavily. Let's go over here and surround that one Soviet motorized division that we can see. Okay, perfect. You're going to come around like this and then swing back over this way. So just take that little chunk and then come back over for us. This division over here, sorry about that. This division, we could probably attack down like this. Although his organization is not the best, right? We can at least get that going because I don't want to waste any manpower if we don't have to. I am getting 823 of those per month. More men, right? 7 days left now to the non-discriminatory conscription. Sitting at about 107k there. We continue to hold strong up here towards the north as well. Against those Norwegian folks who do have 0 supply, actually. That's pretty surprising. If I mount a little bit of attack there, that's not going to go very well. What if I go like this? What if we just throw in everybody against them? These guys have been sitting there doing nothing. Okay, that extra recon company is done now. That's good. So I'm gonna call this attack back now. That did not go well. So we're vastly outnumbered, even though they have like 0 supply, which is kind of dumb. Okay, let's continue moving these turquoise units around. This guy's gonna move back towards this way. I actually want to cut off this little 5-pack of divisions there that we're seeing. Yes, up to 228k now, which is like bullshit. That's like nothing. I guess for Finland it's pretty good. We'll get the guerrilla warfare up next, and then I think it is also time there to get your close air support 2s at 71 days, like we talked about. Let's continue. This little tank division here needs to roll in support of us. And really, wow, he's only going to show at a green 85. Let's continue to commit some more troops there. 228k up to in manpower. Okay, this guy's surrounded. So let's lead an attack like that, since the German AI is being really, really dumb. What else are we seeing over here now? Well, at least a little bit of green up here towards the north, which is good. If the Germans can pop through that blitzkrieg and continue to roll on the Soviets, we need that to happen pretty quickly. They're finally starting to storm down from the north now, too, which is good. You can see some Romanian light tanks coming in. These guys are continuing to... tell you what, let's just roll these 2 divisions down and try and surround some of their Soviet divisions up here in the north, because it is very lightly stacked. Very lightly stacked, at least from what my intelligence is showing. The Turkish guys are in the war now. Are you guys part of the Axis? Yes. Turkey's in the war, so just another problem there for the Soviets. And then you can see the Japanese have actually opened up this front now as well. So attacking Stalin on several different sides there now. And the French resistance over here actually looks like it's decreasing slightly. It'd be really nice if we could take care of that. And so you've got stuff like this now where we can actually tell this unit to roll down like this. Just take those, eat up those little provinces for us, right? This guy, you're going to attack from this side. You are going to move in like this, just to continue crushing on these 2 little divisions that remain, which will then cause all these other guys to go stack up down here towards the south, which is great. Once we finish clearing this out. We got a new airbase up here, too. That's pretty cool. What level is this? That's a level 400 there. So I think a level 2 base is what that ends up being. Nice. Look at this little pocket that's opening up now. Sweet. And guys continuing to move all over the front here. We're going to come down like this in support of this attack, just to get that little chunk out. This guy, you could probably actually join in those Hungarians there and trying to turn the tide for this city. It's only worth 1 victory point there. Olonets. 85's up here. That's pretty nice. Nice. We're able to grab this as well. So let's go ahead and get that little territory. And then the rest of our guys will move down here towards the south to try to help reinforce that line over there. Yellow group up here in the north. Still looking really, really good. I like it. What's our fleet size up to now? 28, and that is going to be mostly, yeah, 26 of those subs now. And it might be time to actually switch production over to the heavy cruiser, even though he's at level 1. I don't know. We need to tech up on that, actually. This is going to be my official stance on that. Alright, so a lot of my men now redistributing down here. We can double up on an attack here and here. So we're going to show a green 80 for that. So we're going to continue trying to push now down into the Soviet mainland, down, causing a problem for Stalin, hopefully, as we drive towards Moscow, right? And the Germans have not been able to mount any sort of invasion here from the south into Norway or anything like that. Sweden, though, you're improving relations with a bunch of random countries, I guess, for the trade stuff. What are we looking at as far as trade? We do need some rubber. I'm only importing 3 out of 8. That's not a good deal. Can we get some from Brazil, maybe? Switch it up a little bit? That'll at least get us 6 into the mix for that same that same trade factory there. Surplus of 21 on the chromium. Surplus on the steel, big time. Really? We can actually move that down then. Okay, surplus of 31 now. Did we come across a bunch of steel or something like that? 3 up here. Was there a bunch up here? Yes. I just got a bunch of new steel and chromium, guys, which, hey, that's really fun. We still need a bunch of oil. So that should have given me back some really good construction. Yeah, it really did. Up to 9 civilian factories now, so that makes me feel comfortable in trading for some additional oil, right? Venezuela, you're doing nothing as far as getting us deliveries. Iran, how about you? Well, it's at least going to show as receiving all of that product here for now. Close air support, we lost a military factory there somehow. And we've actually got a damaged dockyard showing as well. So I believe that's what's in the queue. Yeah, it looks like we've got a couple repairs going on, including an airbase repair. Okay, so now it becomes time, right, for us to actually cancel the order of this little offensive line like this. We're going to continue to hold your front line objective here. So make sure everyone's assigned to that front as these guys continue to move down like this. And that makes me want to actually put a new frontline order up, right? And it could be this city up here, worth 5 victory points. I mean, that's pretty nice for us, right? Okay, let's plug that in for now and let that plan sort of marinate a little bit as they continue to try to plan up against that. And then we'll delete this order here. Very good. What else are we seeing, guys? Okay, some heavy fighting now here on this front as the Soviets have reacted to my latest push. This guy, you can continue moving forward like this. We've actually pushed across this lake now over here as well, and the Germans trying to defend there, that German infantry division, which looks like it's working out pretty nicely. Take this light tank division now and try to break through with you as well. 1 infantry division here that could really pound on that attack. And then 2 here. Very good. Maintaining the current manpower pool pretty nicely, which is good. Are we up to field hospital level 3 yet? No. We're on level 3, but we need to get that level 4, and that becomes available in 1945. We do have a 50% modifier on that we'll probably use, but we might need to wait a little while just for that bonus, that penalty to go down a little bit. Okay, continuing to push. That's looking good there. We did take this little peninsula there. How's the thing working now on the Western Front? Well, fuck. Not so hot. Not so hot. And, yeah. If we just continue to drive down towards Moscow and try to break in from the north, I should say, that's going to help. That's going to help Hitler out a bunch. We're going to try to poke through right there. This guy is weak, so let's mount an attack on him. Any other weak divisions that I could try to take advantage of? We've got this one little Soviet division trapped right here, but I'll let Germany take care of that. And then up here, we're making moves. Continued. He's got low organization, so we're going to try to just, I'm going to tell you what, just roll down there from the north like a Viking and just fuck him up. There we go. Now things starting to roll for us pretty nicely. This battle, you know, hey, I'll take these tanks and try to poke through with you guys next, because we are producing out those light tank 3s, right? Yep, we've got a full order there for them. All right, we've also got a set of brand new infantry divisions that are ready, and then this guy, he's coming up as well. His training is coming up. What is this? He's at 97% training. So we can actually afford to do that. I can only fit 2 more divisions now in that little turquoise group. Where did my red divisions go? They've got no offensive order. So, red group, you guys can stack up on the line, something like this. You're going to be sort of my southernmost group of divisions. Help the Germans continue to push where we can. Rocket effort is done. Yeah, and you can see now we've really got a disadvantage from an air power standpoint. And my fighter's getting chewed up left and right. Of course, mainland Finland there still holds at green, but the Baltic states, that's been an issue for us, right? So my troops going through some bombing troubles. This guy is not completely supplied up, so let's take advantage of you there. You are also laying down on the job, so let's continue to push out, right? Why not? Can we make a double-sided push here? Sort of. Looking at a yellow 54 there. We've got this place surrounded, so let's go ahead and move in with several different divisions there. You're going to go like this and like this. So continue to push there where it shows green. These two divisions can go into this province and really get it done there. Light tanks continue to roll forward for me there. So it's really just a bunch of motorized Soviet divisions now that we're seeing who are pretty quick, but do not have the same sort of offensive or defensive power that I've got in my divisions set up there. Let's go destroyer effort as next. Time to pick a new tech as well coming up there with after Close Air Support 2 is done. We'll switch that production over. Am I still missing that one? Yeah. Well, shit. And then we've got 1.3 Fighter 2s per day happening as well. Maybe time for a variant there as well. Since you're doing nothing, I'm going to use you to sort of clean up. Whoops, go here first, damn it. And then down like this. Okay. Push that front line a little bit further. This guy's gaining an organization now, so I'm going to mount another attack like this and this. And then once they're finished with that, I'm going to bring them up from the south. Okay. And they continue to make moves there across the front a little bit further. I'm experiencing a losing situation right here now with that red division. Can you make an attack like this? Sort of. It's going to show as yellow right now. But all of this territory going to the Germans, I at least have a connector here into Estonia, which is good, but I want to quickly move this way, because it'll be Finland territory, Finnish territory. You know, and Moscow is not too far away either. Okay, let's start making moves down towards Moscow then, with this little group. Right? Might as well start pushing if we can. So, okay. Launch defensives there across the lines, which is good. You can see those Russian bombers now really flying every which way above me and below me and to the side of me, and fuck. Tank division now, you can roll in there and try to make mincemeat out of that remaining one division. I might as well bring you in support of that, as you're really not doing anything to help out. You're going to roll through down towards the center of the line. This guy, though, Close Air Support 2 is done. Nice. We're also working on that Fighter 3, so it may be time to actually go and pay attention to this Heavy Cruiser Level 2, so we'll get that going. Any troops that are fully stocked, this guy is ready to go. These two guys, we can continue rolling forward with you and pushing you back. How did things end up going down here? Looks to be going pretty nice. We'll double up on these guys here. These two divisions can move forward like this. We've got a Sinkang division who sucks right there. I'm surprised that's not showing more green right off the bat, actually. It's because they brought in reinforcements, so I'll bring in a small amount of reinforcements as well. You, sir, can go down like this. They're going to try to immediately move into there. So I'll bring 2 divisions total. This guy, help. Help out your buddies there. Got them on the run. Very nice. You're going to move up towards the north like that. So continuing to take some chunks of territory away from them now. Looks like I've actually gotten around the northern side of their line there. This city would be nice to have. It's worth 5 extra victory points. Do you have some good industry and stuff? Well, you've got a dockyard and whatnots. So that's pretty nice to have. How's the drive towards Moscow going? Okay. Alright, these two divisions can actually probably move forward like this. You get to move forward one. You're going to have to sit back. This guy's going to have to sit back and heal up there for a minute or two. Starting to burn some manpower now, down towards 216k. Is that because Red Group's taking it on the chin over here? Sort of. Could actually probably mount an attack like that, which would work out nice. Two other divisions down this way now. Let's have you double up towards that little army group there. That's going to go good. So speed is of the essence here, guys. See if I can completely surround them. No, that's not going to work. Oh, we've got a section down here that's uncovered, and now they're... Fuck. That little motorized unit tried to surround me, right? Little jackass. Alright, 3 more divisions now. I'm actually just going to take 2 of you and assign you over here. Construction 4 is done. Let's pause it because we need a little bit of reorganization here. You are going to head over here as well. And then the last guy, I'm going to assign you to Red Group like this. You could use a tank division down here as well. So when that's done, you know, that'll be actually done for us. So that's good. New research. Oh, I didn't realize we didn't have the industry level 5 yet there, so we'll go with that at 190 days. And then how are things looking back down here? Good. These 2 divisions are getting back into the mix. Let's just make sure that everyone's reassigned to the appropriate front now, so that's good. And that does mean I need to micro them back up towards the north like that just to get that territory back so we don't go out of supply there. That's the one risk you do run when moving pretty quickly like this is you want to make sure that you don't outrun your supply lines or get yourself surrounded by accident. I'm going to move that 1 division up there and towards that city just to cap that out for us, right? Meanwhile, this guy's sitting here and you should mount an attack right there so you don't try to swing around us any further. You're ready to go. These 3 divisions can pump forward like this. This guy, he's ready to go. So let's get you in. This light tank division. Let's go ahead and try to make an artificial little nest here for these guys to get their supply back. I can double up on you as well. So showing good right there. It's pretty nice. At least showing at a green 58 right this way now, which is good. How about I take you and try to cut you off? And show it a red 65, which is dumb. Immediately tack over the border with him. That's not going to go so well for us. How about down here? What are the Germans doing? Where are all of your divisions? See, the Soviets now starting to poke back towards Berlin here. And it's, okay, I see now. They've thrown the whole kitchen sink at the Western Front issue now. Pretty nuts. And we continue to hold strong up here in the north with our defensive yellow groups there. Looking pretty good, guys. The fight continues. Making a little bit of poke down towards Moscow as well. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Again, this has been TheBillyBobHD. Please remember to like, subscribe, and/or comment if you've enjoyed this content. And we'll catch you next time.